Hello, hello. One thing I haven't learned to do yet is figure out the comments to see who's commenting, who has joined us, and all of that. I haven't figured that out yet, so I don't know if anyone has joined us, but if you have, then welcome. We're here celebrating ourselves for doing the hard things, right? This is the Big Up YuSelf show. My name is Winsome. Now, every day we overcome fears, challenges, and we challenge ourselves and we do things that we're afraid of doing, but somehow we do them anyway. And we forget to celebrate ourselves for doing those things. And by the way, I'm going to celebrate myself right now because I am right now doing something that is not easy for me to do. I'm about to do one of those hard things. So I'm going to take a sip. Now, I probably should have let you know that we were going to be popping some champagne today, right? To let you get ready. But here I am. I'm going to take a sip to celebrate myself for doing something that I'm nervous about doing, but I'm doing it anyway. So before I even get started, I am going to take a sip to big up myself for doing this. Yes, yes. So, yeah, for coming live to talk to you about bigging up yourself, knowing full well I'm gonna lose my train of thought, I'm gonna ramble, I'm gonna rely on my notes too much, and my voice is gonna shake. But I'm gonna celebrate because I am here. I did not back down when I thought about doing it. So, we're talking about celebrating ourselves, and some of us have a really hard time with that idea. And by the way, welcome back to the Big Up Yourself show, where we are here building healthy self esteem. We're celebrating ourselves, we're becoming assertive and making friends, we're promoting our projects and our businesses. And it's a space that is specifically for you, right? It's where you're going to spend time focusing on you, not anybody else, not others. We spend so much time giving space, creating space for others in our lives. We don't spend enough time focusing on ourselves, giving ourselves that space that we so deserve. Okay, so with that, I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And I ask that you comment. Yeah, leave a comment. You know, you're watching even a couple of minutes, you will have an opinion about something. Just leave a comment. That will help us out tremendously. And please click that like, that thumbs up. Only takes a split second. Just click the thumbs up button. We'd appreciate it. Um, so this week it's just me. Usually I have guests. I'm looking to see if anybody has joined us. I'm trying to figure out how I would know. Um, let's see. Probably not yet. Um, okay. So yeah, it's just me. Usually I have guests, but there are going to be times when I'll just pop on and share my thoughts about, the topic. So, I want to talk to you about what Big Up Yourself is and is not, because I know some of you are uncomfortable with it, with the idea. So, Big Up Yourself is a Jamaican greeting, right? Popular in Jamaica. And it means, just simply celebrate yourself or let yourself be seen, or even simply, oh, hi. Hi, V. V says, hi, I'm here. Good to see you, V. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, big up yourself means to celebrate yourself or let yourself be seen, or I see you. And some of us have big problems with celebrating ourselves. But why is that? Why is that? And in doing research for this episode, I came across a video by Lisa Nichols. And the title of the video is Why You Must Celebrate Yourself Along the Journey. And in that video, she echoed some of my own personal feelings about self celebration. Now, let's be clear. Self celebration we're talking about healthy self celebration. We're not talking about self aggrandizement or grandiosity or narcissism or superiority. And it's not arrogance and it's not egotism. No, it's healthy appreciation for the great things that you do and for who you choose to be. Self celebration is important to me, very important to me, because I have had to learn, right? To learn how to celebrate myself, because my self-esteem was so bruised and battered from trauma. I had such low self-worth, such low self-value. I didn't think I deserved any good. I didn't believe I was capable or that I could achieve. I had no hope for the future. I was lost and I did not know who I was. So, feeling that badly about myself, I allowed people and life to treat me badly. Do you do that? Do you allow people and life to treat you badly? Do you allow people to say whatever they want to say to you and get away with it? Do you allow people to disrespect you and get away with it? But when I began to learn to love myself and take care of myself, my life changed drastically. That's why self celebration is so important. It'll change your life. When I started giving myself credit for the changes I made, for the risks I took to heal and to get better, and for the decisions I made that helped me survive, yeah, my life changed. Self celebration is not taking anything from God. Then that's the reason why some people have problems with celebrating themselves. They're right. They want to say the glory belongs to God. Of course it does. But how can you take anything from God, really? God made an incredible you. It is good for you to recognize that God made something good when He made you. When He made you, He said, yes, this is good. It's okay to glorify Him by recognizing that He made something good, by saying, yes, I am good. I am amazing. I am awesome. God made me like this, right? God is my bestie. He is head of my team. He blessed us with gifts and talents, and He helps us along the way with everything. Yes, He does. But what we do with the things that God has given us, the grace, the power, the intelligence, the free will, the creativity, the gifts, the talents, what we do with all of that is all us. Every decision you make to create something, to do something, to make something happen, that's all you. You get to take responsibility for that. And it's easy to beat upon yourself when you get things wrong, right? So, why is it so hard for you to commend yourself when you get it right? Now, yeah, God created the universe and nature and all of that, right? We know that. Um, but we are co creators with God. I know that God doesn't look at the things that you create and the things that you have done and say, oh, I did that. No, I believe He marvels at our creativity and our brilliance and the things that we do with what He gave us. I believe that brings Him immense pleasure to say, wow, look what she did with that gift, with that talent. You remember the guy in the Bible? The guy in the Bible who got the 10 talents? He got some money or something, and then he went and invested it and he made a large profit. That's what we are doing with the things that God gives us. He did that. He went and invested what he got and made a large profit. That's not something that God did. That's something that he did. We are doing the same when we take what God gives us and turn it into something. That's something that we made the choice to make those moves. That's something that we are doing, right? And it's okay to take credit for doing those things, for making those decisions. Yeah, so sometimes we don't get it right, right? But for the times that we do get it right, we do deserve the credit for that. Who doesn't agree with that? Who does not agree with that? V, do you agree with that? By the way, please remember to like this live, and don't forget to comment and to share it. So celebrating yourself is it's just humbly accepting that you are enough, that you are okay being you. You accomplished some stuff, you survived some stuff that no one even knows about. You can take credit for that. Complimenting yourself helps you strengthen yourself so you can face the world. Encouraging yourselves helps you to make it through another day and to make it through life so that you can do more amazing things. When you remind yourself that, oh, I did that. What else? What else can you do? If you did that, what else can you do? So when you remind yourself that you have done awesome things, it creates space for you to do more amazing things. One of the reasons we stay depressed is we don't see or value accurately because we're not reminding ourselves that we are awesome. Let me take a break and sip some champagne on that. Oh, that champagne is good. So, when we celebrate ourselves, we are creating positive energy. And you know the saying, energy grows where energy goes. When you put positive energy on something that you've done, you are creating an environment for more of that positive things, more of those kinds of positive things to happen, right? You are sowing into good ground. You're sowing your intentions into good ground. And the more you celebrate yourself for the things that you have accomplished, is the more you make way to accomplish more good things. Mel Robbins, she says to give yourself a high five in the mirror. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with giving yourself a high five in the mirror in the morning? Hmm? I've been doing that. And I tell you, when I do that, it puts a smile on my face in the mornings. The very act of doing this, giving myself a high five, puts a smile on my face. I think it's like a physiological reflex, right? You hold your hand up to yourself in the mirror and you go, and all of a sudden you smile. And some of us will dismiss a simple act like that because it's uncomfortable. We don't believe that it matters, giving yourself a high five. But I challenge you to start giving yourself a high five. Give yourself a high five for 7 days, 7 mornings before you get up to go to work or before you start doing what you do with your day. Give yourself that high five and see how it changes your mood, how it affects your productivity for the rest of the day. I challenge you to do that for 7 days and then come back and leave a comment and let me know. Okay, so who's going to start high fiving themselves every day? Who's going to start today? Who? All right. So now, the stronger you make yourself by recognizing your wins and your awesomeness, is the stronger you can be for someone else. And this is the part that more of you are more comfortable with, because now it's talking about the effect it has on others, because you're so uncomfortable with putting attention on yourself. But the broken you, or the you that won't acknowledge your worth, the you that is not the best you can be, cannot be the best you for someone else. That's just impossible. The you that doesn't love and believe in yourself is not the best you that you can offer to someone else. So, therefore, it makes absolute sense um, to prioritize yourself, to take care of you first. This is important for those of you who insist on putting others first. The better you are to yourself is the better you can be for those others that you cherish. Back to the Bible. Jesus said, I'm always using Bible references because it to me, all the answers are there in the Bible. Jesus said to love your neighbor as you love yourself. That suggests to me that you need to love yourself first so that you know how to love your neighbor. If you don't know how to love yourself first, you won't know how to love your neighbor. And that is why a lot of us pick fights. We are always into some sort of drama. We are jealous. We are contentious. We're comparing ourselves with others. We're just miserable. We're unhappy because we are not placing the kind of value on ourselves that we deserve. We are not honoring ourselves. We are not paying enough attention to the greatness inside of us. And if we did that and we feel good about ourselves, automatically we're going to want others to feel better, and we're going to treat others better because we feel good about yourself. So, it's so easy for us to downplay our own greatness. We brush compliments aside. Um, Someone says to you, oh, you did that so well. And here you go. It's nothing. What's wrong with saying thank you? I agree. I did that well, didn't I? In Lisa Nichols' video, the one about why you must celebrate yourself along the journey, she says she used to brush compliments aside. But now what she says when somebody compliments her is, thank you, I received that. I like that. That's easy, right? That's easier. That's easier than saying, yeah, I agree, I did that. You can simply say, yeah, I received that. Thank you. Now, is that something that you think that you could say? Is that something that you could say when somebody compliments you? Thank you, I received that. Sure, it is. The other thing is, even if we acknowledge our greatness, we want to do that in hiding, in secret, in private. We are uncomfortable drawing attention to ourselves for our achievements because we fear judgment. We fear what someone is going to say, right? When we big up ourselves in public, we think someone is going to think that we are conceited or braggadocious. I don't even know if braggadocious is a word, right? But we're too worried about what others think. And if they think that we are conceited or we're bragging or we're being extra, they are having problems with their own self-worth. And that is not your priority. How they perceive themselves is not your priority. How they want to feel, negatively, when they feel negatively about you celebrating yourself, is not your priority. Your priority is to be the best you and the highest form of you possible, so that you can reach your full potential. And that does not include you cowering and hiding your achievements and your gifts and disowning your greatness. No, no imposter syndrome over here. No feeling like a fraud when you have accomplished something great. You do not need to feel like an imposter because you did these things. You achieved these things. Imposter syndrome and disowning your greatness and cowering and hiding and shrinking does not belong in the highest version of you. Okay? So, the bottom line is fear or hesitation to big up yourself is a direct reflection on how you feel about yourself. And here are the questions. Why do you feel like you are not enough? That you don't deserve credit for the things that you've earned? Why is that? Why do you feel so badly about yourself that you can't compliment yourself in public? Why do you insist on putting yourself down? What's really causing you to feel so bad about yourself? Why do you talk so negatively about yourself? Why do you resist positive self talk? Why is that? We get taken advantage of, we get bullied, disregarded, and disrespected because of what we tell ourselves about ourselves. Someone who says to themselves constantly, I am awesome, I am capable, I am an achiever, I can do all things through Christ, I am the head and not the tail, I am the bomb, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I make good choices, I love myself, I honor myself. Someone who says those things is far less likely to accept unacceptable behavior from anyone else. And that's the truth. When you start celebrating yourself, you start dropping people that don't understand that. The kinder you are to yourself is the kinder you will be to others. And then imagine the overall impact on society if everyone started being kind to themselves and then kinder to everyone else. There would be less imprisonment. There would be less school shootings. There would be less jealousy. There would be less bickering. There would be less wars, right? If everyone is suddenly kind to themselves and then automatically become kinder to everyone else, oh my God, imagine the kind of world that we could have. So we might not be able to fix the entire world of problems, but we can do what we can do from our little corner of it. And that starts with feeling good about ourselves and celebrating ourselves. All right. All right. So, all right. There's a lot more to unpack from this topic. But I'm gonna let it rest for now. Okay. And I'll be back in between guests to share thoughts. One of the episodes coming up, we are going to be doing a head wrap class. And then we are going to talk to someone who does music. And we're going to talk to someone who's lost an amazing amount of weight. And, we're going to have some fun with some guests. And in between those times, I'll come back on and say my thoughts on things. So, big up yourself is not a negative thing, you guys. It's a positive thing. Don't be afraid and don't hesitate to big up yourself. And next time, I'll talk about some things that we can do to celebrate ourselves besides drinking champagne. Okay? So, but I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge for you. I want you to leave a comment and say, what are 3 things that you deserve to be celebrated for? And I bet most of you won't do it. I bet you won't do it. Leave a comment and let me know. 3 things that you deserve credit for. And I'm going to start. I'm going to leave you my 3 things because sometimes we think we have to celebrate the big, great wins. Sometimes it's the little things, it's the little day to day things. So, my three things: number one, I'm doing this video when I was nervous and scared to do it and looking for reasons not to. And I've almost come to the end of the video. So, yay, let me drink to that. Yes. And I completed another work week, and that was hard. And I've been eating mostly vegetables this week. So those are my three things. What are your three things? Drop them in the comments. And lastly, if you are having self-esteem challenges and you are hesitant to celebrate yourself, book a session with me and let's get that corrected. Let's get you to recognize your worthiness and increase your self-value so you can be the best possible you that you can be. Book a session. My calendar, I think it's in the description box. But if you don't see my calendar, then you're going to want to email me. And there goes my email right there. Big Up YuSelf at bigupyourself.com is my email. So thank you for watching. Let me see if V has any other comments. And until next time, I just want you to simply remember to big up yourself.